Hello ladies, Tracy Hankinen here to walk you through the collection 8. These collections are new, and so it's just so fun playing with them and seeing what each one has to offer. So this is going to be your medium collection. I don't use a primer. I use the Saint Cream Moisturizer. That's the only thing I use on my face in the morning besides a microfiber towel. Reason being, I was having problems with my makeup lasting when I would use a primer. Everybody's different. Some people love this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's like, I don't know, less than $10 at Walmart. Other people love a brand called Milk. It's got a green lid. Sorry, I got kind of a wild brow. I just did them. Maybe not quite dry. But I just use the cream moisturizer. Play around with it. If you have anything that has silicone in it, that is not gonna do this makeup justice. It does not agree with silicone. It moves around. So if you're feeling like your makeup is moving around, check the ingredients on whatever you're using before you apply it. Okay. I need to turn off notifications and I didn't. Okay, so you're gonna have, yours looks a lot nicer than this because it's brand new and mine is a mess. But let me show you. So you get all these little tins, you slide them open and you put them in your little compact. I usually go lightest to darkest. And then if you're wondering which one is lightest and which one is darkest, you can just go on my website and where it says collections, it'll list them out in order of lightest to darkest for your highlighters. So I'm a level 3 right now. So this one is my lightest. This one is my second lightest. And then this one is my main foundation shade. I tend to start with contour. So you're also, with the 8 collection, you have a contour and a bronzer. How you know the difference? The contour, A, it's gonna say contour on the back. B, it is cooler. See how much warmer the bronzer is than the contour? So we use them for different things. So we're gonna start with this contour, which creates the shadows and the chiseling of your face. It's a little different consistency than the highlights and the bronzer. I don't know why. It's just something with the formula. But I'm going to dip in kind of hard to it. And then I'm going to take it along my hairline right under my cheekbone. So your cheekbones may be lower and then your contour is going to be lower. You may have a different face shape. And like if you have a rounder or more square face, you're gonna be able to take your contour down lower. My kind of rule of thumb is to not go past the outside of my eye. It works best with my face shape. But if you do that and you're like, I can't even see the contour, take it down a little lower or message us and we can actually help you like kind of draw on your face with our fingers and tell you where we think you should put the contour. I have an amazing assistant, Kate, who's also a Saint artist, and she is so good with face shapes and colors, and she's amazing. So send us a text or an email if you're wanting more specific help with where to place products after you play around with it for a little bit. Okay, so that's my kind of rule of thumb though. Go to the outside of my eye, and then if you need a little tightening of, oh shoot, I'm dipping into the bronzer. So you can even see right now how much warmer the bronzer is, and it's a totally different consistency. We're not gonna worry about it. I'll fix it later. So I'm gonna dip back into my contour. Okay, apparently my phone, which has like a bazillion tetrabytes or whatever of storage, was full. So hopefully I can figure out how to edit this. I am not a professional YouTuber. Okay, so we were going through, and giving ourselves a little bit of a shadow under our jawline. This doesn't work for everybody. If you have like a very aggressive double chin or a little bit fuller neck, you probably don't want to do the contouring. If you're like, I'm not sure if this is for me, just reach out to us. Or if you have a super defined jawline already, you might want to skip this spot. I'm kind of in the middle where I don't have like a full-on double chin, but I do like how the contouring just creates that shadow and gives me a little slimmer jawline, okay? All right, now, oh, nose. Okay, so I prefer to do my nose with my finger when I'm using this brush, which is the 3D brush, which is what you get with the palette 8. So I don't feel like it has a nice stiff end to apply this, and I don't think it's the right shape. So I just use my fingers, which a lot of people use their fingers anyway. So I'm going, you don't have to go this high. You can start way up at your eyebrow if you want. You can just go on the nose. Just play with it. It feels weird at first, but this is going to slim down your nose. We're gonna blend it too, so it looks kind of weird right now. It won't, just wait. All right, now we're gonna dip into our brightening shade. This is going to be, let's just call them 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be number 2, your middle one. And then I'm using the pencil side of this brush, whereas I use the cone round side with the other ones. And we're gonna take this anywhere we want to bring some lightness and brightness to our face. So I go under my eyes. You can do all the way under them. Some people say you're just supposed to go here and on the outside. I like to go all the way under them because I have blueness, but you don't have to. If you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, you can skip right under and just blend. Okay, then I take it here and down the center of my nose and my chin. If you bring it up a little bit, it can kind of lift your eyes. All right, now we're gonna go back in with number 3, which is like your main foundation shade, and we're gonna put that anywhere we didn't put contour or number 2. So I'm just gonna kind of pat it on some places, swipe at others. I like more of a full coverage, so I do a lot of stippling, and you can see how well this covers my redness. I have a lot of redness on my face and these little bumps that are so nice. So stippling is gonna give you a little more coverage than swiping. So because I like a little bit fuller coverage, I tend to stipple when I blend, and you'll see that. But like on all my videos, because most people just want quick and easy and they don't want full coverage. So that's why on my videos, I'm always doing like the dots and the swirling, which you guys can do. Instead of applying it the way I'm applying it, just put the dots in the places that you want and then blend it all together. But this is my like go-to way of applying if I'm not in a hurry. This is kind of a full face, but you can absolutely do the dots where I'm putting these colors. And you can just use your finger for that. The number one thing people don't like about this makeup initially is that it feels waxy, greasy, cakey. That's because you're using way too much product. I might even be using too much product right now. We'll see. But if you're not loving it, idle back on how much product you're using. It's so pigmented that you don't need as much as you think you do. So when I'm like going in, I'm just tapping. I'm not like digging, I'm tapping. And it's giving me plenty of product, okay? And I have no filters on here. This is just the product. All right, so now that we have these colors in their designated places, I'm gonna flip it back over to kind of this bunny tail end, and I'm just gonna start stippling my lighter colors. And as your face heats up, the product, it blends. So that's why I apply it all and then stipple or swirl. You could swirl now too. You might need to flip the brush over to get in those corners. And yes, we do still have one more highlight color that we will deal with in a moment. Okay, so once those are blended, we're gonna go into our contour and we're gonna push it up and back. You can even bring your contour up here along your hairline. A lot of people do the 3 thing. I don't, but a lot of people do. And because the contour is just a little bit different texture, you might need to do more blending than stippling, or a combination of both. All right, so once I've got things blended, I kind of look and say like, okay, do I need any more coverage anywhere? Pretty good. All right, so now this number 1, there's a few things that you can do with it. You can use it if any of these colors feel a little bit too dark, you can just tap into 2 colors and it'll create a whole new custom color. So having the 3 tins gives you a lot of customization. I spray tan, and so my skin color changes literally on a daily basis based on how much of my skin tan or my spray tan has worn off. So I love being able to mix and match and being like, oh, Sandy's a little too light for me today, so I can pull a little, you know, it's very nice to have that to customize. You can also use it anywhere you want a little more brightness. So this is a common spot to really open that eye up. You can go there. You could take it down the center of your nose if you want a more dramatic contrast. And then this is called snatching, where you put it under your contour to really make that contour pop. To give you a more defined jaw or cheekbone. You can also take it in your Cupid's bow. So it's probably gonna last you forever unless you're like me and you change colors a lot and need to be mixing and matching, but it's just gonna give you that little extra oomph of brightness. Okay, now let's talk bronzer. And then we'll do blush and illuminator, and then we should be good. All right, so bronzer, I have Bella in mine. You may have a different color, but the way I like to apply bronzer is with my finger and the dots. I just feel like it helps me control it better so that it doesn't get all over. And so I just put it where the sun would naturally kiss me, which, see how we did contour down here? Well, that's not where we would get a tan. We would get a tan on the tops of our cheeks, up here, tip of your nose, maybe a little right there. And then again, stipple or swirl to blend in it. And it's just gonna give you that warmth of, oh, I'm sun-kissed and so exotic. Sorry, I'm a super big dork. See the warmth that brings to my face, but it's not like artificial looking. It just, I have like a little bit of a natural glow. All right, so that's contour. Now we'll do lip and cheek. So all of our lip and cheek colors are dual purpose. You can use them for both. They're super duper pigmented. So be careful when you're dipping into these because you can get too much too fast really quickly. But the other thing is they will melt in and it won't be as loud after it kind of like warms up. So just watch. I have a fuller face and I don't really need to make anything look fuller, but if you feel like you're losing some of that fullness in your face, you can bring your blush all the way down to the apples of your cheeks. So you would start right here and tap it down to the apples. I actually start up on my hairline and then just go kind of right to where I ended my contour. And the reason I go on my hairline is I feel like it draws everything up. It's just an optical illusion. So again, we're using the bunny tail end. And then I usually use my finger, or I love the multitasker brush for applying on lips. Okay, then I'm going to wipe my finger on my pants because I didn't bring anything else to wipe my finger on. And we're going to go into the Illuminator. So the one that comes with level 3 is called Angel, and it's kind of like a rose gold color. And so the Illuminator, we're just going to do on the high points of our face, anywhere we want to catch some of that extra light. And it's super subtle. We do have powder illuminators that are going to be louder and shimmerier. I feel like there are very few occasions where I need more shimmer than what this provides. You can take it under your brow. You can take it over your brow. You can take it on the inside of your eye. And then I always put it there, and I do take it where I put that highlight because I feel like it slims out my nose even more. And that's it. You can use it as a lip gloss if you want a little shimmer. There are endless uses for most of our products. Like I used the Contour Indigo to do my brows, which I think I didn't let them dry enough, so I gotta go fix this guy up. You can use indigo, or you can use your contour as an eyeliner. You can use it as a lip liner. You can use your bronzer as a lip liner. Like, the more you dig in and play with these tints and these colors, the more you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I thought this was expensive, but it's actually not, because it's so multifaceted and they last so long. So I'm so thankful that you invested in yourself and that you trusted me with your beautiful face. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to us, text us, or email us. We are always here to help you as you figure this out. All right, I love you. Jesus loves you more. Have the best day.